let's be honest, motivation disappears like this once school starts. And here's how we can stay motivated throughout the school year. Hey guys, I am Akshaya and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about how we can stay motivated throughout the school year, because we know that motivation disappears so fast during the school year. I feel like a lot of us have motivation, but we struggle to actually put in the work to maintain that motivation. So I think that is what we're going to learn in this video today. So the first tip is to set goals that you actually care about. So not just goals about like, I'm gonna get good grades this year, I should get good grades. Like, actually ask yourself, like, why do you want to get these good grades? Is it for future purposes, like your freedom, for confidence and stuff like that? Because when you're setting your goals that you actually care about, make them real and make them personal so that your goal becomes more meaningful and you actually want to pursue that goal and do whatever you can in your strength in order to achieve that goal. And I think that your passion also shines really, really brightly when your goal is something that's really meaningful and truthful to you. Tip number 2 is to romanticize the process. So make studying feel good, like you can buy cute school supplies, you can tidy up your study environment and stuff like that. You can buy a cozy drink or make one at home. You can also put on study music like on Spotify and stuff like that to help you focus better or help you motivate to study and stuff like that. This just helps trick your brain into thinking that studying is something that you actually want to do. So if you romanticize the process, it just makes it very easy for yourself and you don't have to force yourself to study, because when you're forcing yourself to do something, it's not meaningful at all. Like, you don't gain anything from it. You're just studying for the sake of studying and you're not learning anything. But we study because we want to learn something. You know what I mean? Like, that makes sense. Tip number 3 is to use the 10-minute rule. Now, personally, this is something that I use a lot. So you tell yourself that, okay, I will just study for like 10-15 minutes. But most of the time, when you start studying for that 10-15 minutes, you just continue on studying for longer than 10 or 15 minutes. Because for many of us, starting is always the hardest part. Once we start, we know what to do and we know what not to do. So I think that's always the hardest part in anybody's life, like about any situation actually. So just trick your brain into thinking, okay, I'll just study for 10 minutes, whatever, get up, just start studying, and then once you do, you will actually just continue. I've done this countless times and it's always worked. It's all mind games. It's all mind games. You have to get your mind game up. Like, you got this, especially if you are going to high school. You have to. Tip number 4 is to make a done list, not just a to-do list. So write down things what you've already done, and also write down things that what you still have left, which is a to-do list. But when you write down things that you've actually already done, you actually feel proud of yourself instead of feeling overwhelmed while looking at all the things you still have left to do or complete. And I personally feel like this helped me a lot into like motivating myself and pushing myself forward. When I look at the list of all the things that I've completed, I'm like so proud of myself. I'm like, oh my god, I did this much work. Like, and I just give myself a pat in the back for doing this. I just want to complete more and more to just make the list bigger and bigger. Like, it just feels so good when I'm just looking at that list of all the things that I've completed. Like, personally, it's just a good satisfaction, because motivation comes from constant momentum. So as you keep growing a list, you also keep motivating yourself to push yourself forward and complete the assignment or whatever task that you have to complete. Tip number 5 is do not wait for motivation, build discipline. So obviously not all of our days will be the same, or it will not look or feel the same. And there will be days, obviously, where you don't feel motivated for whatever reason it might be. And that is completely normal. Do not push yourself down for it and bury yourself in the ground. I've talked about this in my last video about how to not burn yourself out during the school year, and I've said something about having a bare minimum routine or a backup routine. So that tip will be really helpful in this particular tip that I'm going to talk about. So on the days that you don't feel as motivated as other days, you can have those habits and routines ready for those kind of days, because success is built on consistency, not perfect motivation. So as long as you're consistent, even on the days that you don't feel motivated, just at least do something, because some progress is so much better than no progress. And lastly, tip number 6 is remember that it's okay to start over. If you've been demotivated or unmotivated, yeah, you know what I mean. So for like a month or a week or, you know, something like that, that's completely okay. Doesn't mean that you failed. Don't like burden yourself with so much pressure. You can always start over again today, because every second in your day is like a new opportunity for you to change and start new things. Always give yourself a second chance to just start over, and trust me, it always works the best second time, because you know what to do and what not to do, and because there's no pressure to be like perfect, like picture perfect, you know. All of us can't be perfect. We all have flaws. So you just have to romanticize your flaws and make them to your advantage. That's just how I think about it personally. So just remember that it's completely okay to start over. It does not mean that you failed in any sort. So don't pressure yourself for that and burn yourself out even more, especially when you do have work to complete. So it's just going to push you back further and further more, and that is something that you do not want. So I want to end off this video by saying that motivation comes and goes, but if you stay consistent and show up for yourself and keep the why in your mind, you will be surprised on how far you will go this year with motivation. It's really simple. It's all mind games. You have to push yourself, because at the end of the day, it's us. You have to push yourself when nobody can. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something important. Just always love yourself, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.